Hello everyone, welcome to the Retro Gaming Junction. This is Camilio and we're continuing the Tesla effect end stream. So I don't really remember what happened last time. I do and I don't. Tex Murphy time, woohoo! Hey Shampoing, how's it going? Okay, so I don't remember the last thing I did. I don't want to look at this. But looking at this doesn't cost anything. Yeah, we still need to get inside. And day one ended, and then we got a bunch of cutscenes and explained a bunch of stuff. I don't remember really. It was pretty not really memorable.
Rumor is Zach Williams, owner of the electronics shop, is tied to organized crime. But we've had our problems in the past. For example, the last time I was here, he shot my credit card into 1,000,000 pieces. I'm hoping he's in a little better humor today and doesn't blow my brains out, or even worse.
Okay, I don't want any trouble.
Same page.
Well, just so I'm clear, what kind of trouble are you not wanting?
Everyone knows what happens to people who get on your bad side. Only one reason you ever come in here, and it ain't to buy anything. You know all our stuff is junk.
Okay, yeah, that's what happened. Thanks for the reminder. So apparently, like, after the last game, we blacked out. We have no recollection of 7 years, essentially. The first day was called, like, the 7-year ouch. And we were an asshole for some reason. Well, at start we were okay, but then something happened and it changed us, and then we became this asshole that nobody likes. But the game, at the start of the game, we just wake up and we're good old Tex Murphy, but people don't like us. Time to rebrand.
Is that the new electronic shop slogan? I mean, it's no wonder you're not getting any new business.
Why you busting my chops? You know what kind of business we're running here.
Make it clear.
Are you saying this is some sort of front for organized crime? Because that sounds illegal.
Look, the guys upstairs don't want any trouble either. They said you can have whatever you want at cost. You can even put it on credit. Then I'll just tear up the bill.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about literally upstairs. Upstairs.
Look, I know how much you hated Maldonado, and I probably shouldn't have let him use the second floor. But he was paying cash, and he kept a low profile. So I thought it was all good. I didn't know what he was doing up there, and I didn't want to know.
So how about you answer a few questions for me?
I never know
and
what
maybe
I'm
things will
clicking
end up
on.
a little better for you than they did for, say, Carlos.
I just click randomly on these 3 things. Okay, let's start at the top. Tex Murphy.
You the man, okay? We good?
We good? Yeah, we're good.
Look, I told the cops I wasn't here, which is technically true. I just parked out back when I heard the gunshots, so I just started the engine right back up and got the hell out. You live there, so I'm not gonna say a thing about it. I do love Louis' cooking. Just don't ask what's in it and you'll be fine. All I know is you ain't the same guy that came slinking in here 7 years ago. That place opened up a couple of months ago. Doesn't look like my kind of joint. Sorry to hear about that. Is that what turned you into Mr. Badass? I think he's the one who came by to check in on Maldonado. Must have been a client. Don't know anything else about him. I saw him bringing some cameras, so he must have been recording the surveillance. But whatever he had got confiscated by the cops. I sell items to customers, not purchase them.
Yeah, this encrypted USB stick.
Sure, Maldonado was a creep, but his money spent just the same. He said he needed to do a stakeout of the Ritz. Didn't mention any specific names. Didn't sound like a big deal, and he was offering a good chunk of change. Let's just leave me out of this, okay?
That's it. And we've been here.
It's real good having you stop in more regular. How can I help you? I can't really talk about that. If she died the way the cops said she did, burned inside your speeder, it's just too much to think about. I keep a little hope that maybe she ain't dead at all. Or at least that maybe she died in a more peaceful way. So that so-and-so was spying on you. You and I wasn't real close, so I couldn't say why he'd been doing that. I'm no good with that computer stuff, but that little fella at the barbecue joint is a whiz. I'll bet he could get you taken care of. You wouldn't remember him. He moved into the neighborhood a few years back. Not a pleasant man. I'll leave it at that. Zach don't come in here a whole lot. I guess he don't like my food much. Haven't had another food joint on the street since Francesca ran the Slice of Heaven. I thought it might cut into my business some, but not so far. Maybe we just don't have a lot of barbecue eaters around here.
As I step into Inspector Burns' barbecue, I think I'm having a stroke. But no, burning toast is their special today. Behind the counter is the kid who Louis referred me to as the computer whiz.
When you come to my house, come down behind the jail. I got a sign on my door, barbecue for sale. I'm talking about my barbecue.
Welcome to Inspector Burns' barbecue. My name is Mojo. Special today is chili con carnage. They'll destroy your hunger as well as your taste buds. Order when you're ready.
A hammy vice, a ham, cheese, and habanero corn dog, deep fried and wrapped in bacon. Does that come with a free colonoscopy?
Hey, you're Tex Murphy.
And you're Mojo. What a shagadelic name, baby, yeah!
My real name is Mordecai Josephus.
Are you serious? Well, that's my real name, too.
No way!
Yeah, well, it's pretty close. It's actually Tiberius, James Tiberius. Then my mom, she starts calling me Tibby. And, well, I had to come up with something that I could live with.
The ultimate Tex Murphy trivia. You just made my day. Look, I don't mean to geek out on you here, but you're Tex Murphy. Badass private eye. Man out of time. Always quick with a joke or his fist. What are you doing in a dump like this?
What's this? No.
I'm guessing you haven't won any Employee of the Month awards, have you?
Nice. Classic Tex Murphy.
I'll state the obvious. What, that he's small? What? Multitasking, strike a deal, wordplay.
Can you talk and cook at the same time?
Oh, you don't want to eat here. The food really will burn your face off. Inspector Burns is a bitter man. So, what are you working on? Wait, let me guess. Some kind of case just dropped in your lap. Seems like a small-time job, but there are tons of loose ends leading in all kinds of directions, and you are blindly getting nowhere.
Nice try. But this time it isn't a case. It's personal.
I could help you.
Well, I could use a good caterer.
You are killing me. Look, Mr. Murphy, you fancy yourself as sort of a timeless classic, a PI archetype for the ages. You know your way around the crime scene, but it's no secret that you're not so good at high-tech gadgets. That's where I come in.
Well, now that you mention it, there might be something you can help me with.
I just can't believe I got a chance to meet my idol. Chelsea Bando, the Nora to your Nick. I wish I could have met her. Inspector Burns has tried to torch the Bruin stew at least twice. Me and Archie are buds. So glad Archie opened up his shop here. He's like a god at all this conspiracy stuff. Sometimes I spend hours just thinking about what kind of baby she and I would have together. Sorry you lost her, but man, did you ever get an attitude? You think Maldonado was spying on you? Not surprising. Sure, I can decrypt the memory stick, no problem. It may take a while, at least a day. He's the guy you hired to take photos of your cheating wife. You're the guy they hired to beat the crap out of the guy you catch with your wife. He says he likes barbecue, so I'm not sure why he eats here. Like Inspector Burns says, it all tastes the same when your tongue's charred.
Another item on my to-do list today is checking out Maldonado's regular office that's on the street. What the hell is...
Well, that was sooner than I expected. Next time, try destroying the SFO pad before entering Meldondo's office.
I didn't even know his office was there. We're just going there. Man, we're there.
Well, that was sooner than I expected.
That's not
Next
good.
time, try destroying the SFO pad before entering Meldondo's office.
Wow. Okay. So it said points lost there. I don't know if it's with this game or not. Can't even load back. Like there was an autosave just before I entered. Like just before I touched that. That's so crazy.
It's locked. Now that's a handsome devil. Wait a minute. Arrival PI. Oh man, how did this happen? It's locked. I won't be able to enter without proper identification.
Definitely need to.
It's a security drone. If I enter its line of sight, I'm toast.
Let's go to the electronic place. I think I could just open this and click. Oh. I don't know why all the this should be there. Just
Not again. You're gonna get me fired. Or worse. I don't know what it is they're serving in there, but it sure as hell ain't barbecue.
okay. No, it's not here. I thought I would get information how to. What do I have?
Nice to meet you, Maldonado.
Oh, maybe I
That was a waste of time.
can just use this on the card reader. No. Maybe I need to be like this. Yes. But we still have the problem of the camera.
Hey, Mr. Murphy. Still running the decryption program. You can hang with me till it's done. Shouldn't be more than 4 or 5 hours.
Whatever you need, Mike. Just ask.
Rook's the little gremlin who runs the pawn shop. I've heard that his hard shell is hiding a heart of gold, but if it was, he'd cut it out himself with a rusty soup can lid.
Murphy! Here, let me look at you. Louis told me something terrible has happened. I've been worried sick.
Well, I appreciate the concern, but other than a weird case of amnesia, I'm fine.
But Louis says you're behaving like a totally different person.
Since when do you care about what happens to me? Don't tell me your little Grinch heart has grown 3 sizes in the last 7 years.
Oh, Lord. Please don't tell me that lump on your head has turned you back into the pathetic, pestering P.I. I used to know. This is a nightmare.
I'm sorry, Rook. I can only imagine how hard this is for you.
It's temporary, though, right? A side effect? Please tell me you'll be changing back.
Hold on. Are you telling me the text I turned into was not pathetic and pestering? Those are my secret weapons.
Look, Murphy, I'll grant you have some detective skills, but it was all relentless, annoying banter and endless questions to me. Imagine my surprise when, over the past few years, you turned into someone I could actually tolerate.
No kidding. So what was it you loved most about the new me?
You cut out all the chit-chat and became a no-nonsense customer who pays in cash. You always seem to have plenty of cash.
Oh, I get it. All of a sudden, I get some dough, and suddenly we're best friends. So why'd it come up with so much cash?
Well, how should I know? If I'd asked you that 2 days ago, you would have punched me in the face.
Well, I'd be more than happy to do it now, if it'd help.
Oh, very funny. I'll admit, Murphy, you do have a certain charm. It makes my skin crawl.
Well, if your skin crawls anymore, you're not going to have a face. So why don't you tell me what me and my charm have been buying around here, and then I'll get out of here.
All my transactions are done in strictest confidence. That hasn't changed.
You know, sounds like to me, if I get my memory back, you don't want to be on my bad side.
Fine. Though I don't know anything that could possibly explain what's happened to you. Believe me, I'd tell you if I did. Now I suppose this is where you ask if I mind answering a few questions, but this is not for old time's sake. You became a sullen, short-tempered bully, and I miss that desperately. I heard a commotion and saw a crazed man running willy-nilly down the street and 2 other men in pursuit. I was hoping they would tear that flop house down, and they would have too if it weren't for that meddling Clint. I knew she'd get nothing but trouble being with you.
She did.
I'm sure you know much more about that than I. Some say you know exactly what happened. Louis' niece is an absolute delight. What she sees in you is an absolute mystery.
I don't know why it's not. Okay, this is this order here. I don't really get it. And this is just the order we got them. These keywords.
A prince among men makes me wish I could still eat solid food. Years ago, after Chelsea disappeared, you came to me looking for leads to some valuable items, among them a lost Fabergé egg. You left the street for a long time. When you returned to Chandler Avenue, you seemed like a different person, darker, more dangerous. Such an upbeat, chipper little man, utterly obnoxious. I went there once, never again. What with that herbal tea and incense, it's a veritable gas chamber. Oof. I understand you have a thing for holograms. Maybe she's just your type. That's the man you think was abducted? The one I saw being chased down the street? I never heard his name before you told me. Why would I know anything about that? If the police confiscated it, I suggest you talk to the police about it. Maldonado? He puts the PI in pig. I heard you two had something of a rivalry going on. At least he knows how to keep his mouth shut. Just smelling the fumes coming off that establishment irritates my bowels. Next question.
Now that Rooks is open, I'll bet his back gate's open too.
Oh, which reminds me. When I approached the they too looked at interesting. They do a save every time you go to talk to a guy for the first time, maybe that day. He said something before I died. Maybe a hint on how to do something with this.
What the hell is that?
That's a SPO-pad, protecting the universe from imperfect life forms since 1967. It's like a mall cop with a 5,000 meter volt taser without a moral code. Be careful, Tex. I could get hurt.
Oh. Hey, Goblin, how's it going? Yeah, so...
As I made it perfectly clear, your status as a paying customer earns you a modicum of goodwill. I suggest you use it judiciously.
Sorry, you lost me at modicum.
As I made it perfectly clear, your status as a paying customer earns you a modicum of goodwill. I suggest you use it judiciously.
Sorry, you lost me at modicum. Look, answer a few questions for me and I won't kick your butt when I get my memory back. No one knows these back alleys of Chandler quite like me. Yeah, I used to come back here and shoot hoops until I threw my back out.
10 seconds left. Down by 1. Murphy has the ball. He fakes. He drives. It's a 360. He's
fault.
Or was it my front?
This is the kind of stupid joke that you needed in this game.
Yeah, the city of Old San Francisco picks up the trash once a year.
What the fuck is
I
that?
think
A
we're getting close
pod?
to our date.
Odd people.
It's Rook's Hydropod Garden. Whenever I see this, I think of Gordon Fitzpatrick from my Pandora case.
Another flashback. Another
I've got
flashback.
anti-hydrogen pods on board, and I've got to get us as far away from Earth as possible.
Pods?
Pods. Anti-hydrogen pods.
He wasn't
I
from
didn't-
around here, or even from this solar system.
I didn't even realize when we saw this that was like Pandora Tomorrow or something like that.
Yeah, the city of Old San Francisco picks up the trash once a year.
Because
I think
that
we're
guy
getting close
played
to
in the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And I think like there's a famous clip that he's like, they're pod people.
Lord knows what I could do with an anvil, but it might be useful.
The camera? Maybe the camera.
That's Rook's pawn shop. It's a security drone. If I enter its line of sight, Lord knows what I can do with an anvil.
Yes.
Wow, nothing is so simple or wonderfully effective as blunt force trauma.
Mm-hmm. It's as old as time.
Wow, a place even sleazier than yours. And you have an animal print bedspread.
It's the depressed man's kitchen. Both Maldonado and I appreciate subtle storytelling techniques. Maybe we could have been friends if you were alive. What's this?
I'll check that out later. No, the chick's not yet.
It's a key to the exclusive llama club.
Oh.
Ew, even I have a higher standard of living, and I've eaten dog food before. His filing techniques are crude at best. Ew, even I have a higher standard of living, and I've eaten dog food before. Both Maldonado and I appreciate subtle storytelling techniques. Maybe we could have been friends if you were alive. His filing techniques are crude. His filing techniques are crude at best. Emily? Oh man, I hope she's doing this to get through school. Both Maldonado and I appreciate subtle storytelling tech. I prefer Weenie World's tater tots. Hello?
Could I speak to Carlos Tex?
Sorry, have we met? That woman knew me, but hung up quickly when she realized I didn't know her.
If we can find her, maybe we could get some answers.
She must have visited Chandler while she was doing business with Maldonado. Maybe someone around here will recognize the photo. Larry Hammond wasn't really a mutant.
I wanted to make sure you came here alone.
Well, I hope you were more careful about being followed than I was.
Now, I have a very strong sense of self-preservation. I even brush my teeth carefully.
Yeah, it shows.
But man, he sure looked like one. I prefer Weenie World's tater tots. Problem with VidPhones is you can't call anyone from the bathroom anymore. Well, you shouldn't. Amateur. Yuck. There's gum in this shoe. Motel postcards. Maldonado must make his living spying on cheating
Gum
spouses.
shoe.
Motel postcards. Maldonado must... Hair cream. Glad I don't need this. Well, even I wouldn't stoop so low as to reading someone's diary. It's the only Roach hotel where you have a better chance of survival inside than outside. Yuck. There's gum in this shoe. I prefer Weenie World's tater tots.
Gumshoe, lol. Yeah, well, it's not. That joke didn't land with me. Stupid puns. Yeah, somebody might know about the photo, so let's start asking around.
Hey, Mr. Murphy. Still running the decryption program.
Cool.
You can... Comes in here all the time to eat just so he can complain. Who's that?
I hope you don't mind, Mike. I've been telling folks in the neighborhood about your situation, just so they know it's the old Tex they're dealing with. Let me know what else I can do for you. Yeah, same old ornery cuss he ever was. Don't bother me none. I guess I'm just used to it. I might have seen this lady in here not long ago. Didn't catch your name.
More questions? Why you gotta keep coming back with more questions? That's a fine piece of humanity there. She stopped by the other day and checked out our selection. Took her about 2 seconds to realize it was all crap. So she seemed to know her stuff.
That's a good joke.
Mr. Van Winkle. What is it I can help you with, Rip? Lovely. Oh, should I come by here? I can't be sure.
Next. Here, there's no one. Maybe it changed since the last time.
The bell is on the front desk. As I ring the bell, I expect Nilo, but another familiar face pops up from behind the counter.
Yesterday there was no bell.
Looks like he's dabbled in some home plastic surgery to cover his empty eye socket. It's amazing what you can do with a tire patch, spray paint, and crazy glue.
Ah, Mr. Murphy, will you be needing some housekeeping done? I can't remember the last time we saw you around here.
That's Clint. Wow. Yeah. Unrecognizable. Bring up addiction. Let's go, why not? He's addicting to chocolate, chocoholic.
So, what are you doing behind the desk? Looking for Nilo's complimentary chocolates?
You mean the ones you used to leave on the pillow, right? Those weren't chocolates, my friend. Man, I hope you didn't eat them.
No.
Nilo, man, I haven't heard that name in years. Not since I bought this place from him. The city was going to condemn it, but Nilo didn't feel like fixing it up, so he sold it real cheap.
Where did Nilo end up?
You mean Nellie? He got a sex change. Yeah, I don't know. He tried to pass himself off as his long-lost twin sister for a while, but that didn't fly.
Well, you've come a long way, Clint. From living in a dumpster to owning your own dump.
But on the bright side, we've exterminated most of the roaches and reinforced the foundation after the big quake last year. And finally got real fire extinguishers, so no more painted on safety features. We're up to a 3-star cubic zirconia rating in the Newton Leisure blog spot now.
So how did you afford all of this? I mean, didn't you normally eat up all your profits at the chocolate stand?
It's mostly thanks to you, my #1 tenant. You pay up front and I always throw in a little extra to make sure I keep an extra eye on your place.
So, you say I haven't stayed here in a while? You must have a place somewhere else.
You kinda dropped out of circulation back in '44. No one around here knows what happened to you. Now you don't either, I guess. You're paid through the end of the year, just like every year. You're hardly ever here these days, but hey, let me get my nose out of your business. That sounded disgusting. Let's change the subject. What can I do for you? You keep being my best tenant, and I'll be your biggest fan. Deal? The cops came by to ask me about that, but I wasn't here at the time. This may not be much, but it's mine, and I love it. Just get the holes patched before you move out, or I will keep your security deposit. Look, I know I used to joke with you about Chelsea being in love with me, but that was just my jealousy talking. That's Louis' niece, right? Tall, brunette. I've got to steer clear of his diner. Too many chocolate memories. Look, I've had my own problems, as you know. I was in a kind of a dark place 7 years ago. Dark, bitter, sometimes nuts, raisins. God help me, marshmallows. Nice guy, but he's got some screws loose. Dumbest name ever for a shop. Nice girl for circuits and chips. We don't need to talk about that, do we? That was a real tragedy. Maldonado was spying on you? Are you sure it was you? Maldonado? Nothing but trouble. I steer clear of that hombre. That guy's all mobbed up, so I keep my distance. I haven't tried it. They say that the sauce will melt your eyeballs, and that's a risk I'm just not willing to take. That little gremlin's never forgiven me for stealing his newspapers and using them for blankets. I know for a fact I've never seen this fox before, because if I had, she'd be my lady love. Me? I'm just living the dream. One chocolate-free day at a time.
Mac Malden. That buffoon always got credit for cases I solved. Well, this is a flashy new neighbor.
We can go there now, right? Is this closed?
Archie helped me out on my Pandora directive case where we met a charming fellow named Jackson Cross.
Flashback, but we saw this before, I think.
I'm gonna do you the favor of a lifetime. I'm gonna let you walk. But if I catch you meddling in NSA affairs one more time, I'm gonna put a bullet right in your eyeball. Is that clear? Get this pukehead out of my office. I'll be watching you, Murphy.
Man, I thought this would have ended up in the Andes Mountains.
Hey, Tex. How's your case progressing? Let me check. I can confirm that Mason Bowers has been a registered guest here. Sorry, Tex. I'm not allowed to give out any more information than that. If I could smell, I'm pretty sure he would stink. Always looks like he's up to something
He
unsavory.
looks super familiar, right? And her voice also. What?
I think the kid who works here has a crush on me. Maybe one of these days I'll rock his little world. That crusty old perv is always coming in here trying to get a peek at my underpixels.
Your underpixels.
Yeah, I've seen this woman in here. In fact, she picked up a piece of mail that's been delivered here. I might be able to get a name or address for you. Let me see if I have an image of the envelope. Yep, got it. I'll print it out for you. The Ritz landlord? Seems like he may have a couple of screws loose, but nice enough.
Holly sends the information about the mystery woman to my smart Alex, and I get a new location on the map. It's on the coast near Monterey. Whoever owns this place has mucho dinero. It's a key to the exclusive zipline. It's a note from my old friend Archie Ellis. Apparently he's out of town doing some research. When he...
We've been here before.
Closed. Yeah, this building's been a lemon for anyone who's... That accomplished nothing.
Yes. Beach house.
Whoa. I get in my speeder and realize I'm very wobbly and my vision's pretty fuzzy. I realize it's finally time to get this head wound checked out and some professional input on what's happened to me. Now's as good a time as any. I call a cab, and I'm on my way to the North Hill Clinic.
Where are you headed?
North Hill Clinic.
Well, I better step on it. You look like you're in pretty bad shape. Your eyes are really bloodshot.
Yeah, you should see him from this side.
Live around here?
Yeah, I do. Live the Ritz.
I've heard there's a lot of Morlocks in that area.
Morlocks?
That's what they call them. Some new crazy type of mutant.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard rumors that they're attacking people.
On Chandler Avenue?
Just rumors. But you never know. Things could get worse. Sorry. I just wanted to let you know I was packing heat up here. Didn't mean to freak you out.
That's fine. It's just the last time I got a ride from someone, they shot me, so I'm a little jumpy. It's a nice gun, by the way. I used to have one just like it.
I've had this for a long time. Some idiot threw it out his window.
The head wound is painful for sure. Maybe this Dr. Donahue can help me sort things out.
Taylor warned me you might be a problem patient.
Oh, yeah, come in now when everything stops moving. A minute ago, it was like Fantasia in here.
I'm just gonna assume you've got some head trauma. Let's see what's going on.
Weird question for you. Is there any way to tell whether I'm dreaming or not?
Do you want to know if you're dreaming right now? Ah! Yep, you're awake. So tell me what happened.
I woke up a few hours ago with this goose egg on my head and an injection mark on my arm. I've got no idea how I got them. As a matter of fact, I have no idea about anything over the past 7 years.
It took a pretty good shot to the head. Enough to knock you out, maybe cause some short-term memory loss, but not for 7 years. Let's see that mark on your arm. I think we'll need to draw some blood. Everything on your form accurate?
Mostly, I think I forgot to mention that I'm allergic to needles.
Well, I'm guessing your bloodstream's full of cholesterol and toxins, but I'm sure we'll find something else there, too. Have you ever had an implant?
Just one, but it was a long time ago. It was in my brain, so I'm sure there's nothing to worry about.
Well, that injection mark concerns
We got
me.
an I can't
Don't
even
want to
remember.
speculate. I would really like to keep you overnight for observation. You mind waiting around until we figure this out?
Sure, if we can get it done in 5 minutes. While we're waiting, though, could I ask you a few questions?
Yay, oh.
Let's just keep this professional, shall we? I don't think you could do much better. And yes, I mean that the way it sounded. I believe he runs a diner over on Telegraph Hill. I've dealt with many cases of amnesia, but nothing exactly like this.
After leaving North Hill, I get a cab ride back to my office. After a while, I'm feeling a little better, so I hop in my speeder and head out to the address of the mystery woman, who I hope can give me info on Mason Bowers.
Nice, this is more like it. Fun fact, this is a former vacation home for 3 James Bond villains. Goldfinger!
This house belongs in a tax bracket that I'm most unfamiliar with.
Oof, there could be a lot of stuff.
Must have gotten these from the Big and Tall Curtain store. Impressive, if you're into that sort of thing. Must have gotten these from the Big and Tall Curtain. This coffee table's a special design. It's got a hidden drawer. Yeah, it's not my style.
I just did that and I was gonna move on to something else. I didn't think it would actually open it up.
Well, one man's trash is a PI's clue. Hello. Seems Mason was treating someone with serious facial deterioration.
Mason, the cryogenic sleep state that has caused so much physical and mental damage to Morlock. It's beginning to affect me. The fresh disease seems to be speeding up, causing serious deterioration on the right side of my face. I do hope you will have a solution for me soon.
Man, I don't even know what I was trying to do.
Oh, yeah.
Hello. The 8 lost rules of etiquette. Rule number 1, a friendly greeting could open doors for you.
A kind greeting such as hello. 455.
That accomplished nothing.
43556.
That's not my style. Barrels make any interior space look more rugged. Barrels make any interior space look more rugged. Nothing adds personality to a room like throw pillows.
This is Tex Murphy. We can remove the pillows and look
That's not
behind.
my style. That's not my style. Classic. These baseball cards are great collectibles. That's not my style. Hey, smoke no more cigarettes. I hear they have a smoking deterrent system built right into the cigarette.
Hey, buddy! You know 1,000 people stop smoking every day by dying, you moron! Kissing you would be like licking an ashtray. Get it, dumbass? Hey, did you know that you and I are similar? We both are certified butthead. No, don't kill me. Have mercy.
Well, the system's about as effective as other systems I've tried. But I'll keep these in case I have a smoking emergency.
Well, at this point, like cigarettes, that's almost where we are. Like, I think on the cigarette it says you're gonna die or something like that. Something to that effect.
There's room for every member of the Brady family on here except Alice, and I never considered her part of the family anyway. There's room for every member of the Brady family on here except Alice, and I never considered her part of the family anyway. Baseball card? Used to collect
Probably
these as a
need these
kid.
baseball cards.
Now I collect past due notices. Well, let's see here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 chairs.
Cool.
Well, let's see here. There's 1, 2. Impressive.
Is that important?
If you're into that sort of thing. Say hello to my little friends. Now that was a terrible year for wine. Well, there's Waldo. Well, there's Waldo. Now that was a terrible year. Now that was a just some books. Who sells seashells by the seashore? Who sells seashells by the seashore?
Like 3 seashells. Is that 3 shells? Is that a reference to Demolition Man?
Nothing I can use.
Could be.
Yeah, just some books. Ah, the soothing, sultry siren song of Red Cat. Staring at this picture is more exciting than watching a game of baseball. Must be a Barry Bonds baseball. It's got an asterisk on it. Well, that might come in handy. Reminds me of the time I tried to cook meatloaf. Well, this looks cheap. A collector's edition of Matt Cubase Tyler baseball card. I wouldn't dare thieve that. Yeah, just some books. Isn't that DeForest Bunny from Night of the Lepus? Yeah, just some books. Who sells? Yeah, just some books. This bunny makes me laugh. He's hilarious.
Okay.
Isn't that DeForest Bunny from Night of the Lepus? Now that's my kind of book. Oh, it's like a villain from a terrible B movie. Mollusks beware. I think that's upside down. The table's all wobbly. In the immortal words of Goldilocks, this chair is just right. In the immortal words of Goldilocks, this chair is just right.
Radioactive. The radioactive surprise.
Magnets. How do they work? Really? They found someone to eat this crap? That's a terrible place for a petri dish. Tried to make a hard-boiled egg using one of these. That was a big mistake. Never, ever stick your hand in a toaster. This coffee's been out here for days. Yep, that's a sink. Not much of a view. Yep, that's a sink. Salty. Tasty. Cookies? Nope, just flour. Most of the stuff's expired. You can really judge a person by the kind of groceries they buy. You can really judge a person by the kind of groceries they buy. Fine feast for mice. Most of the stuff's expired. It's no good to me without alcohol. Standard groceries, and none of them look very edible. There's no... delicious jams. I've always learned the hard way that the stove gets hot. There must be something I can eat around here. It's no good to me without alcohol. Standard groceries, and none of them look very edible. I really should look into getting a kitchen for my... There must be something I can eat around here. You can really judge a person by the kind of groceries they buy. You can really judge a person by the kind of groceries they buy. Well, judging by all this fiber, the owner has digestive issues. You can really judge a person by the kind of groceries they buy. King Twinkie is the... Well, judging by all this fiber, the owner has digestive issues. Well, that might come in handy. Boy, I try not to look directly into a mirror because it's kind of bad for my self-esteem. My landlord always reminds me that indoor plumbing is a privilege, not a right. A remembrance of a much simpler time. I find this very illuminating. Keep out of reach of children. Oh, banana flavor. I find moisturizing to be the most important part of a daily routine. Oh, I always put out fresh towels for my guests. I mean, if I had any. I always put out Lord knows I could use a plunger at my place. No bidet? Sick. Another Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic. Gumdrops and lollipops. I'll put this in my comic book rack collection in my office. Rummaging through trash cans can be considered a low point in some people's lives, but not mine. Well, one man's trash is a PI's clue. Tsunami! Tsunami! Yeah, I believe that's a towel. Let's see, that says bath. This petri dish is encrusted with all sorts of gunk. I'll need to clean it off to see what's underneath here. Surely, after all we've been through, you would not... It's a key to the exclusive llama club. Surely, after all we've been through, you would not turn against me and turn to her. Looks like someone with the initial T was doubting Mason's allegiance.
Surely. Doesn't even say that. It says 7 more sources for questioning your allegiance. Oh, surely I feel it's me.
Light bulbs. I can't think of a greater genius than Edison. Really, pillaging must be one of their hobbies. Pillaging must be one of their hobbies. Nice. Some crates should never be opened. Vases? Well, they're all the rage these days. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, if you know what I mean. Now I could use that. This frame needs 9 baseball cards. Man, I don't even know what I was trying to do. That's not right. Yeah, that's about the only sailboat I could afford. There's just no accounting for good taste. Yeah, just some books. Wrong form of its. Come on, people. No, that's not important. Oh, sure, that seems impressive. But I bet you it wasn't nearly as difficult as obtaining my PI license from an entire summer of night school. No, that's not important. Oh, I don't think a lot of studying went on in here with that flat-screen TV on the wall. No, that's not important. There's a past due notice here.
You're late, you bum!
Note to self, check and make sure I made my speeder payment. Sulfuric acid. I better be careful with this. Sulfuric acid can be very useful in cleaning chemistry equipment.
How do you combine stuff again? Oh yeah.
Dear God.
Something very tiny is written at the bottom of this petri dish. I'll need some help reading the inscription. It takes a man of exquisite taste to truly appreciate a pleather chair. Oh, I don't think a lot of studying went on in here with that flat-screen TV on the wall.
Checking if could have missed something.
Must have got impressive.
I could always do this. What if I'm missing some of the cards on my computer? Okay, take a break before exploring this. The rest of this.
Warning. Warning. UFO detected.
There's no time to rest when your foe doesn't sleep. System Shock by Origin successfully weaves adventure and action to create a novel science fiction challenge. Marvel at the first-person, 3D, smooth-scrolling viewpoint as you jump, lean around corners, look up and down, crawl, and even fly in rocket boots. Experience the most sophisticated physics system in a computer game, complete with variable gravity, recoil, and explosions. Listen to the new dynamically layered music system while viewing realistic illumination effects.
In a peaceful land, paradise is threatened by an unspeakable evil, and only one person has found the power to restore perfect order. In a new action-adventure game for your Super NES comes an exciting...
It's a Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic, Sleep with a Swedish Fish. Put this in my comic book rack collection in my office. Trust me, being a PI, it's not an easy business. You never know what you're going to find in people's drawers. Must have gotten these from the Big and Tall Curtain store. Impressive, if you're into that sort of thing. Perfect place to keep a midnight snack. Just looking at these makes me tired. Just looking at these, I don't know if I get the open concept between these two bedrooms. Oh, perfect for watching someone while they sleep. Oh man, I hate retro things.
Hey. Well, he says that, but that's kind of a joke because he's totally into retro things.
If the owner's ventriloquist dummies in here, I'm gonna be very upset.
4, 3, 5, 5, 2. 4, 3, 5, 5, 6. I thought I would have to spell hello. Could have been a thing. And does that said hello? Day 3 already? What? Just by entering this room? I guess it's midnight. What?
Hoping to find more information about why sleazy PI Carlos Maldonado has been keeping an eye on my place leads me to a swanky beach house where I'm delighted and surprised to meet an incredibly beautiful woman inside a home medical office. Unfortunately for me, the feeling is not mutual, and she's accompanied by a very lethal friend.
Freeze. What are you doing here?
Well, we had such a charming conversation on the vidphone, I knew I had to meet you. Now I'm rethinking that.
You don't remember me, do you?
Well, I wish I did. Does that count?
We met just once, years ago. So did you really come here looking for me? Or are you here for Mason?
I'm sorry. The correct answer is C, all of the above. I came here to find you, but it's Mason I'm looking for.
Well, you'll have to make do with me. Mason isn't here.
So how do you know Mason?
In the biblical sense, I'm his wife, Ariel Bowers.
When was the last time you saw him?
Over a month ago.
No kidding. A wife like you, I'm surprised he ever leaves the house.
We've been legally separated for over a month. He has issues, erratic behavior, periods of deep depression. It got to be too much.
Psychological problems, huh? What are we talking here? He ties his shoe for an hour, or he walks into Burger Barn with dynamite in his pants?
I think it was just a reaction to stress. His work kept him away for weeks at a time.
So I heard your husband was a neurologist, like a brain surgeon or something.
Or something, yes. He worked in neurochemistry, how chemicals influence neural operations.
So who's he working for now?
Mason never talked about his work, even before we separated. But we stayed in touch. This was the longest he ever went without calling me. I got worried and came here. I found Maldonado's number and called to see if he knew anything.
Yeah, well, Maldonado's not going to be able to help us much because he's dead. Is that who you were coming to see on Chandler Avenue?
Yes, that's right. What happened to him?
Well, I'm not sure, but I'm trying to find out. But the trail seems to lead through your husband, who, by the way, I believe has been abducted.
Abducted? Now I'm worried sick. What are we going to do?
Well, to start with, if you could think of anything that could help me out here to find him, that would be a big help.
I will. Feel free to look around here. I wish I could stay and help, but I'll give you my number so you can call me later. And sorry about the gun to the head thing.
Oh, it's okay. I've just got one of those faces. Probably look better with a hole in it.
I have my doubts about Ariel Bauer's motivation. She certainly seems to have an agenda which includes more than just her husband's well-being. What's she up to?
Hubba, hubba. Whew. Is it hot in here, or did my internal fan just crash?
Well, it feels like I'm being played for a sap.
Oh, come on. She's just getting ready to play the field. I'd like to bring her over for a debugging session.
Okay, enough. You don't have to put on the red light.
No. No.
Just looking at this gives me an icky feeling. Yeah, that's not important. Just looking at this gives me an icky feeling. Yeah, that's not important. Looking at medical posters always gives me the heebie-jeebies. Unfortunately, it's not the tunnel of love. Unfortunately, it's not the tunnel of love. I got a feeling that's not a crochet needle. A silver tray. Boy, this place is fancy. Unfortunately, it's not the tunnel of love. I'm sure these MRI pictures are showing me something. Unfortunately, it's not the tunnel of love. Looking at medical posters always gives me the heebie-jeebies. This cabinet needs a 3-digit code to open. Well, it's a microscope, and you'd need one of these just to see Rook's sense of humor.
Oh, 6 fingers. Well, that's normal. They have mutants in this game. This universe.
Yoink!
How many do we have? Like 7? 7. We're missing 2.
I'm sure these MRI pictures are showing me something. Looking at medical posters always gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Well, that's just weird.
Oh, what a very hospitable guest room.
This looks familiar.
This table? A little small for my taste. Nothing I can use.
Insanity. American Journal.
This looks like a good bathroom read. My business card? How did Mason Bowers get this? Man, that is so cool. Looking at medical posters always gives me the heebie-jeebies.
They drilled a hole in my skull. I was awake and heard a lot. That kind of thing goes without saying. You thanks.
You'd need a PhD to understand any of these. Looks like Carlos Maldonado was trying to get a hold of Mason about someone named Margaret Leonard. Maldonado was tracking down a woman named Margaret Leonard for Bowers. Guess I better not be too creative, because it won't work. Just the place to conduct some business. Well, I wonder what's on this little device. You'd need a PhD to understand any of these books. This memory stick probably works on the computer in Bowers' MRI room. Well, that won't work.
This computer? Or this? Or...
This memory stick probably works on the computer and...
This is the MRI room.
If I found a flash drive, I could connect it to the video.
That was a vid screen, like a phone.
This memory.
Long-lasting memories are created through a process of consolidation, which is based on the formations of protein in the brain. Thus, memories, particularly painful ones, are formed by these unstable proteins, making them easily identifiable and removed with a combination of drugs and behavior therapy, ensuring memory elimination. Of course, there are those who do not believe that the benefits of memory modification outweigh the risks. They warn that eliminating memories, one could significantly alter a person's personality, their history.
Oh.
So, a fancy device that wipes your memories. Useful technology. I see applications for anyone who ever went out with you or read the Twilight series.
Come on. Little mercy here for the victim, all right? Why would Bowers want to erase my memory? Yeah, just some books. Well, no big bad wolf will be getting in here. Well, I see they like to keep things hot in the bedroom. Well, I see they like to keep things hot in the bedroom. Well, no big. Yeah, just some. Nope. Yeah, just some books. Must have gotten these from the big and tall curtain store. An old Zoom portable music device. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, my mom got me one of these while all the other kids were getting iPads and iPods.
Zoom. Does anybody remember that?
Just how I felt that day.
It's not Zoom, it's Zune. Z-U-N-E.
Oh, yeah. Now I remember.
I don't know if he's referencing Zune, but this game came out in 2012 or something. And I think that's it.
Not my size, not my style, not my day.
I don't think there were ever Zune players, but Zune was like a service that was trying to like bring podcasters
Ceilings are good
there,
for keeping
and
God's prying eyes out of your
weird.
business. Perfect place to keep a mid. Nice place to get all warm and snuggly. If the owner's
Now we've
ventriloquist
checked this out.
dummies in
Okay,
here,
so
I'm going to be very upset.
we're still missing one key, one card. This will show us if we missed anything. Oh, I didn't look at this guy.
He's looking a little under the weather.
Under the weather.
It's a choose-your-own-adventure neurology book. It's a shame no one's ever gotten it right. The Synaptic Snafu and Other Neurology Misadventures. Now that sounds like fun reading. It's a choose-your-own-adventure Yeah, that's not important. It's a the synaptic snafu and up. Looking at medical Yeah, that's not important.
The 3-number code.
Maldonado was tracking down a woman named Margaret Leonard for Bowers.
A microscope. Aha.
Well, it's a microscope, and you'd need one of these just to see Rook's sense of humor.
Six, 7, 0. Well, let's wait. Okay. Okay. It's right there. Aha.
That's interesting. Something tells me the doctor got a lot of toothaches. Nothing I can use. This cabinet needs a 3-digit code to open.
No, it's not here. Yeah, that's it. Oh, 8 of them. Still missing one.
Surely, after all we've been through, you would not turn against me and turn to her. Seems Mason was treating someone with serious. It's a key to the exclusive zipline trip. There's room for every member of the Brady family on here except Alice, and I never considered her part of the family anyway. Delicious jams. You can really judge a person by the kind of groceries they buy. Lord knows I could use a plunger at my place. Rub-a-dub-dub. Yeah, I believe that's a towel. I wouldn't open that if I were you. But since I'm me... Well, there's Waldo. Impressive, if you're into that.
Unless I'm just missing that. Okay, we can't have it right now. I think I have other leads. Other leads. Yeah, I believe I've searched this completely.
Pillaging must be one of their hobbies. better drop by the barbecue joint and see how that dweeb Mojo's doing.
Maybe he's decrypted that memory stick.
Yeah, about time, too. I need a new lead on this case.
Phone message waiting. Phone message waiting.
This message is for Mr. Tex Murphy. Storm clouds are brewing. Are you with the White Russians or against us? A White Guard member is close. Prove your loyalty and we will reveal the truth.
What the heck was that? There must be another Tex Murphy in the phone book.
No, it's you. No, there's nothing here. Go back up here. I don't think there's a reason to do that.
That's a damn shame. This guy was working diligently to get a free sub at Inspector Burns' barbecue. Someone's been spying on the citizens of Chandler Avenue.
Not again. You're gonna get me fired. Or worse. That guy's a go-getter. Why don't you get him to answer these questions?
I think everybody's pretty happy that you're back to your old self. Except Rook. That ornery old cuss. No pleasing him, I guess. How are things going for you? That Clint's really come up in the wild. Though I still hide the chocolate cake when he drops by. I don't want him falling back into his, old ways.
You didn't get any new, well, this guy, yes, this guy.
So, your memory stick's all ready to go. Now, what do you give me for it?
What are you talking about? I thought we were partners in anti-crime.
You think I'm going to solve your case for free just because you're my idol? No, the great Tex Murphy wouldn't lift a finger without compensation. Neither will I.
Well, I was going to offer you a very special junior detective badge.
I don't want some stupid little orphan Annie ring. I want a memento from one of your cases. Something one of a kind.
How do I know what's on the memory stick's even worth anything?
You know how your cases always have 100 loose ends, and you need that one missing piece to tie it all together?
It's not always like that.
This could be that one missing piece. Mr. Murphy, you need this.
Page 5, accepted. Empty pockets.
Yeah, well, I'm all out of action figures, so now what?
Do you remember that sicko who was going around with a liquid nitrogen freeze gun, shooting people and then smashing them? The press called him the Nitro Stalker. You got involved, and the cops finally found him a few weeks later, smashed into 1,000,000 pieces.
You think I did that?
Everybody knows you were behind that bit of freeze-dried justice. The freeze gun was never found, and I'm betting you took it. I'll trade you the memory stick straight up for it.
Yeah, but I'm guessing that you have no idea where this freeze gun is. Yeah, I thought so.
Don't know.
I wonder who'd know about that stupid freeze gun around here.
Hey, what can I do for you, Moif? You got me there, Moif.
Morph.
Again? Really?
I don't like this any better than you do.
Oh, it's all about you, isn't it? What about my feelings? You think this is easy for me? Like I always say, you can take a bomb out of a dumpster, but you'll never get a dumpster out of a bomb. The freeze gun? The one you pawned that supposedly belonged to the Nitro Stalker? I believe it was purchased by one of those vigilante Morlock hunters.
This is new.
O Lord, we beseech thee, give us strength,
courage,
protection. Hail, fellow countrymen. We are ready to begin our quest.
Hunting the dreadful night beast. Make haste.
Sorry, Tex, we gotta run.
Farewell, Sir Larry, Curly, and Moe. Don't be sure to tell Snow White you're gonna be late for breakfast.
Ooh, now this place is cool. A nerdy 7th grader's paradise.
Yeah, every weapon you'd ever need to be a level 85 World of Warlord chieftain. Well, I don't teach go-go dance at my academy. We're more respectable than that. Well, I don't teach go-go dance at my academy. We're more respectable than that. I wonder what this key opens. Back in the Hays Code days, couples had to sleep in 2 separate sleeping bags. Good lord. They're LARPers. Gross. No one's ever removed this thing since the incident? I used to love the game of Twisty until I realized its true sinister purpose. Back in the Hays Code days, couples had to sleep in 2 separate sleeping bags. The half-life of Weenie World burgers is at least 20 years. The half-life of Weenie World burgers is at least... Whoa, better tell Yogi to be on the lookout for these in Jellystone. Looks like someone has already helped themselves to the items behind the counter. It's a key to a padlock. Did someone leave these on? Because they look like they're on. Ow! Yep. Did someone leave these on? Because they... Did someone leave these on? Did someone leave these on? Because they look like they're... Padlocking the fridge is for extreme dieters only. Padlocking the fridge is for extreme diet... Hey, where are the fun masks? I was promised fun masks. Fool me once, rubber spaghetti, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Yikes. No novelty toys in here. Only real weaponry. Mace is still a common tool for women's self-defense. Yep, that's not... Whoa, I feel like I just missed the fellowship before they headed off to Mordor. Yep, that's not diet. Looks like someone has already helped themselves to the items behind the counter. Roof access. Wait a second. I remember years ago, Rusty once bragged that he had a secret panel installed in the water tower on the roof to hide his smuggled illegal novelty items. I wonder if the Morlock hunters stashed their valuables there as well. This needs a key. That leads to Rusty's roof.
A key? What about this?
It's a padlock key for a refrigerator, for extreme dieters only.
My God. You know what that is? It's the Cup of the Carpenter. It's from the Holy Land Toys collection by Robco. Batteries not included, a $10 value.
Refrigerators saved half the population during the nuclear fallout of World War III. Luckily, Grandma Murphy had a commercial grade.
My God. You know what that is?
Refrigerators saved half the population during the nuclear fallout of World War III. This needs a key. It's a padlock. I see they put Rusty's zipline back in place. How convenient.
Well, you're dead. Good thing you saved your game. Well, wait, you did save your game, right? Because there's no way I'm going through all that again.
You did save your game, right? That's good though. And I do lose points, I think, when I get my game restarted like that. Maybe I should just restart this.
My God. You know what that is? It's the Cup of the Carpenter.
It's a padlock key.
Gives us points just to look at these things.
I see they put Rusty's zipline back in place. How... convenient. Well, there's a mean-looking pooch behind this gate.
Oh, I know.
Hey, I need a zipline trolley to place on that rope.
No way! A freeze gun? This is definitely your coolest case ever.
No pun intended.
With freeze guns, the puns are always intended. Are you familiar with the work of Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Please, have mercy.
I'm afraid my condition has left me cold to your pleas of mercy.
I'm gonna find a way to turn you off, I swear.
You're not sending me to the cooler.
Thank you, Deus Ex Machina.
No. That's not what the... First it's... Isn't Deus Ex Machina? Machina? Whatever.
Gross. No one's ever removed this thing since the incident?
I guess he's referencing like Deus Ex Machina where they would bring a guy on a crane as a god. That's kind of what we did with the zip line. Okay, so we got the fucking god.
You got it, didn't you? The Nitro Stalker freeze gun. So cool. My internet group is gonna be so jealous.
Fine. I'll tell you what. You say one word about this to anybody, and I'll deflate the tires of your wheelchair. I'm in enough trouble with the cops.
Fine, okay, I won't say anything. Threatened by Tex Murphy. This is so cool.
Merry Christmas.
We may only get one chance, Carlos, so I wanted to go over the plan one more time. If Margaret shows up at the Ritz, call me immediately. If I'm delayed, detain her. We have to assume she won't give up the egg voluntarily, but I want to talk to her first. You know why I've given you the cryo chamber, but that has to be the very last resort. And if anything happens to me, I'll need you to contact a friend of mine. Keep it safe until I retrieve it.
Well, it sounds like Mason and Margaret had a major disagreement. I need to locate both of them and get to the bottom of this. I decide to head back to my office to sort things out.
Please don't tell me it's already day 4.
Hey, cowboy. Any memories coming back yet?
Not so far, but something tells me I might be missing out on some really good ones.
That's solid detective work.
So... were we dating?
Dating? Oh, that's so cute. I guess you can call it that. But we were also working together in a more professional capacity.
Well, now my detective skills are picking up a little sarcasm.
Seriously, cowboy, you're good. I've learned a lot working with you the past couple weeks.
Let me get this straight. You and I were working on a case together? Do you mind telling me about that?
Not at all. You wanted a list of tenants here at the Ritz as far back as I could go.
Why would I do that?
It was your dreams. They were vivid before, but they were getting out of control. It's almost like they were changing you into someone else. You talked about seeing things from the past, but you wouldn't give me details. You were incredibly stressed. It was like you actually believed this apartment was haunted. You even started looking into psychometry.
Psycho what?
Psychometry. It's the belief that an object can contain a person's energy or memories.
So, not only am I an amnesiac, but I'm a paranormal idiot. Great.
Sounds crazy, I know. But then we found out about Donnelly.
Who?
J.T. Donnelly. It was the most bizarre thing. I'd heard you mention the name in your sleep. But then his name turned up when I checked out the previous tenants.
So who is this guy?
He's a private investigator, a real old school brute. He worked for some powerful, influential people, but then he disappeared around 1943. His last known address was here.
San Francisco.
No, here, at the Ritz in this exact apartment.
Okay, that's a little bizarre.
It gets bizarrier. You called me one night, raving like a lunatic, saying the walls were talking. I rushed over and found holes smashed in the wall, and you curled up on the floor in a ball.
Well, I'm glad to hear I haven't changed that much.
You wouldn't tell me what had happened, but after that, you wouldn't sleep here. That's when you got your new place and started to sleep there.
Hold on. I have another place?
Yes, you do. And it's even nicer than here.
This is all crazy. I think I'm gonna sleep here tonight just to see whether it affects me in the same way.
Do you want some company?
Listen, Taylor, I'm beginning to see what the other me saw in you. But in my head, it's still 2043. I've got to tell you, there was somebody else.
Chelsea, I know. I know how much she meant to you, Tex. Losing her was traumatic as hell for you. But she's gone.
There's nothing you can say or do or don't do that's gonna bring her back. Do you feel that?
I sure do.
I'm alive. And that's my heart. It's yours if you want it. And it comes with all the other bits.
I'm sorry, Taylor, but I love Chelsea, and I never even got the chance to tell her. And if there's any chance that I can find her, I gotta do it. I hope you'd understand.
I don't understand, Tex. Why can't you let this go? It's crazy. That room you have across the hall with all our stuff is like some sick Chelsea shrine. I'm sorry I shouldn't have said that.
What?
I'm gonna go.
6 hours later, the rain was finally letting up. Last night felt like a blindside punch to the face. I didn't think having Taylor walking out of my office could be so painful. There's just something reassuring and comfortable about her, but I've got way too many questions, yearnings, and guilt not to find out what happened to Chelsea. Even if it kills me, I've got to know. There's something darker than the night I'm dealing with, and it hinges on what happened that evening 7 years ago with her. As Taylor leaves, she hands me the key to a room at the Ritz she calls the Chelsea Shrine Room.
The Chelsea Shrine Rooms. So, this is still day 3. You have facts. Where's the facts?
You have a fax.
Looks like somebody's wiped my computer clean. No messages on article on the Russian White Movement. Am I truly so bored I'm reading Russian history? Looks like Archie's back in town. I should check out his 3 Cards to Midnight shop and see if he... Looks like Archie's back in town. Well, that was stupid. I certainly don't remember this piece of furniture. The door to my back... Oh, I had this door permanently sealed as it opened directly into my bedroom. People thought that was awfully presumptuous of me.
What about that? The guy gave us the key, the USB key. Where is it?
According to Taylor, this opens a room here at the Ritz that has some...
We'll check that out.
Well, this is a flashy new neighbor.
It's more important. Have you been a bad boy?
Needs a key. People who stay here at the Ritz don't want to be found. Needs a key. Well, that was stupid. Needs a key. People who stay here at the Ritz. Needs a key. Oh, I had this door permanently sealed as it opened directly into my bedroom. People thought that was awfully presumptuous of me.
2E. There you go, 2E. The shrine room. Oh, we'll have a flashback of her, of course.
I'm here to ask you out for dinner, and I'm not taking no for an answer.
What, like a date?
No, it'd be more like 2 friends having a great meal and maybe some stimulating conversation.
I guess that'd be okay. I mean, yeah, that'd be all right.
So what are you in the mood for? You know, I heard Weenie World put tater tots on the menu.
I've got a better idea. Why don't you let me make you dinner at my place? It's cheaper than going out. And besides, I have something I'd like to talk to you about. Let's say, 8 o'clock?
Well, you talked me into it, Miss Bell.
Well, I feel so spoiled.
By the way, what should I bring, red or white?
You better bring both.
Oh, that's got to be a fire hazard. It's a picture of Chelsea. These are all Chelsea's belongings. When the police closed her case, I must have picked up these items from her apartment. It's funny how fashion cycles circle around. It's a picture of me and my would-be girlfriend Chelsea Vando. I've got a gut feeling she's out there. Chelsea always looked great in hats.
She doesn't have a hat here.
Chelsea always looked great in hats. A reminder of the best and worst night of my life. Chelsea loved to go to Arizona. I'd like to think I was the only thing keeping her here on Chandler Avenue. Yeah, I remember how much Chelsea wanted to go to the Fuchsia Flamingo that night. It's Chelsea's business card for her newsstand. I didn't have the heart to tell her that print is dead. I remember this thing was $14.99. Man, I spent an entire 3 months' salary on a ring for Chelsea.
So, yeah, there was nothing really interesting there for this case.
Archie Ellis is my herbal tea-loving, source for all things alien, supernatural, conspiracy theorist. Or he's just plain crazy. He ran into some trouble with the NSA on my last case. Last I knew, he was hiding out in some tropical locale with a bevy of beauties. I'm surprised he's back in town.
Hey, Murphy, how you doing? You okay? I heard you were having some kind of amnesia. You know, most alien abductees always have some sort of memory loss.
Whoever gave me this lump on my head wasn't some midget alien. No offense.
Hello, aliens? We all know they have long arms. Yowza!
You really back off, man, because I swear I will shoot the next person who tries to touch this, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. Ouch. Ooh. So, I guess you do need some catching up then. A few months ago, I moved back here from the islands and I opened up this place. And I was hoping that you and I could hang out together like old times, but you haven't been around much.
So, did I happen to tell you anything about the case I'm working on?
Not yet, but you know I'm always ready to be Robin to your Batman. Without the homoerotic undertones, of course.
Sorry, Arch, but it's a package deal. If you're gonna be in this with me, you're gonna have to be in all the way.
You had me going there, Murph.
Okay, Boy Wonder, I need you to enter 2 names into the Bat computer. Mason Bowers, Margaret Leonard.
Well, I don't know about Mason Bowers, but Margaret Leonard? She's connected to one of the greatest mysteries of all time. I mean, you know who Nikola Tesla was, right?
Nikola! The cough drop?
Nikola Tesla was a genius. Probably one of the greatest geniuses ever. I mean, it was Tesla, not Marconi, who was the true inventor of the radio. He invented a Tesla coil the AC electricity, remote control. He even pioneered cryogenics.
So we're almost to the part about Margaret Leonard.
Right. Well, Tesla died in 1943.
Smoking,
when the
Dex? What the
FBI,
fuck?
just swooped in and confiscated all his papers and designs. Then in about 2012, all this stuff, the Tesla cache just disappeared. And you want to know who the #1 suspect was?
Margaret Leonard.
No, an FBI agent named Charles Johansson. Now, I know they could never prove that he did it, but then he quits the FBI and joins some Tesla fanatic group called the Tesla Legacy Society, a group dedicated to making the world better through technology. And that's where he meets
Margaret Leonard.
Bingo! They fall in love, they get married. I think they even had a kid together.
So where's Margaret now?
Not a clue. Johansson died a couple years later, cancer, I think. After that, Margaret just dropped out of circulation.
So all this happened, what, 37 years ago. I mean, no one's found the Tesla cache since then?
It's one of the great mysteries, the lost inventions of Nikola Tesla.
What's the big deal with the Tesla inventions? I mean, there must be some reason they were never made.
Oh, you ever hear of a little thing called Tunguska?
Have I ever? Picked up a bad case when I was down in Mexico. It's where I learned the phrase, Baños, rapidos, ándale muchachos, vámonos!
Oh, Murph, you're too funny. In 1890s, Tesla conducted an experiment and created a resonance frequency. You know, like a big vibration, and it nearly took out a whole chunk of New York City. And then in the 1900s, he began to work on what he called a teleforce beam. The press called it, a death ray, cooler name. But a few years later in Russia, remote area called Tunguska, something caused an explosion 1,000 times greater than the atomic bomb.
1,000 times greater than the atomic bomb 40 years before we invented it?
But that was the last anyone ever heard of the death ray. Tesla never got funding. Instead, they made him out to be some crackpot, and he was broke for the rest of his life. Some people think the plans for it were part of the Tesla cache. Just think how much someone would pay to get their hands on that.
That's other things to talk about.
And I'll never forget what you did tipping me off before that whack job NSA guy could get me. Seems nice.
Louis Lemons.
I eat at the brew and stew all the time.
Never lost.
I actually wouldn't mind forgetting a few years of my own life, mostly my teenage years.
RGLS.
You know me, Murph. Always up for an adventure. As long as I don't have to go anywhere. You like my shop? Kind of like my old one, the Cosmic Connection. But I had to change the name in case, the NSA and all that.
Holy Graham.
Yeah. Oh, that's the Hollow Babe at the Golden Gate. Yeah, Mojo is warm for her form, or lack thereof, as it were.
Holy Graham. Sounds like a name from the older games. But she's an hologram, so...
My little buddy Mojo works over there. We hang out a lot, but I can't stay there too long. Something makes my eyeballs burn. He's not very friendly, is he? Gosh, you'd think a sidekick would be a little more helpful, huh? Don't know about that. Donnelly's kind of a mysterious character. He was a private detective Tesla may have hired not long before he died. There's a mention of it in one of Tesla's letters. Both aliens and ghosts can communicate through their dreams. It's a proven fact. I've been checking my sources, but no one's heard a thing about her in years. He died like 40 years ago and either left the Tesla cache with Margaret Leonard or somebody else, or he took it to the grave. The Tesla cache is right up there for me. Oh, and the death ray? Well, the name says it all, doesn't it?
As I leave, Archie hands me an old photograph of Margaret Leonard. Maybe someone else on Chandler will recognize her from the picture.
I think that's it. I know it's early, but that's enough. That's enough gaming for me tonight. Stream for 6 hours. Yeah, we're good. Tomorrow I'll be playing more Arx Fatalis, but I might only start at like 9 or 9:30. Maybe I'll be able to start at 8. Maybe. Anyway, Arx Fatalis tomorrow evening. Then we'll play more of this on Tuesday at about 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great night. See you next time. Ciao.
Thank you for your cooperation. Good night.
I'll buy that!